Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch. Buy our merch.
Buy our merch, indeed.
Here we are with another song. This one is Han Dae-soo.
And
Give me some water.
Give me some water. This is from the big... You see this guy right here? This little fella
right here, the little guy in the corner. You got to use your finger here. Woo.
That's the big homie. That's the big homie.
That's
Revo.
what he looks like in cartoon version.
I'll have him right by my mic. All I need is one mic.
Yeah, he's leaning on it. Aww.
He's leaning on the mic.
Yep.
You did miss Twisted Sister 7 Dusted. Don't worry, we've got 3 other songs to come up, so you should not
have no fear.
Yeah, have no fear.
And per the usual, we break up these songs after and put them out individually, so you'll still get to see it.
Seduct.
So we're about to go into this song. Revo has us on a exploration of, I'm not even sure what the theme is yet. The last song was crazy. Imprisonment, death, dismemberment. No, I'm just kidding.
Nobody was dismembered. You
well,
weirdly...
you don't really know how he was assaminated, do
Slipknot
you?
Tucson wants to know what
Tell me
happened.
How he was assassinated.
Hey, read this. Read that.
You guys, what happened to your TikTok?
All right, guys. Well, having said that, here's the song. Give me a water. Han Dae-soo. Let's go.
Interesting.
I was not expecting this.
get this? Wow.
Okay, that's okay. So I'm gonna keep the lyrics up there.
Okay, so was it Tristan? Was that Yeah, Tristan. So no joke, I was listening to this and I'm like, as soon as it started, right at the beginning, I'm like, yo, it sounds like that song. It sounds like that song.
What song?
What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong.
Okay.
And I could not remember who the author was, or even what the name of the song was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just this vague thing. I danced with it. What is it? I couldn't remember. So then you posted in the chat, in the chat. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what it is. Totally reminded me of a version of that. I liked it though.
Oh, I really did too.
I really, really liked it.
I love Revo's running commentary, guys, and I hope you guys are looking at it when he does it. But Han Dae-soo is basically Korea's first hippie. He had very long hair, and he caused controversy when he debuted in 1968. He grew up in New York. His father was a nuclear physicist. His father went missing when he was 7. He found him later with no memory of his life before, but vaguely recognizing his old family. Dae-soo believes the CIA brainwashed his father. That's because they did. He wrote the song in 1970. Holy shit, I'm having a crazy moment right now.
You okay?
Wow. That's wow. He wrote the song in 1974. The government banned it because they thought it was about waterboarding. He fled Korea for New York the next year and formed a post-punk band. So, just really, really fascinating stuff, man. Really, really fascinating stuff. The name of this, okay, so the lyrics go, give me some water. I am thirsty, give me some water. Water is love, tickling my throat, teasing me, sending me out. Oh, I will go over that hill.
In my travels, if I meet a girl, I will live with her. Give me some water. I am thirsty. If only that rain comes, I will get up again. Oh, but the rain is not coming. What do you make of it?
Well, the song,
it's like Revo said, and
the song was immediately banned, like all the other songs. And water's really interesting. And then the end of the song is the rain is not coming, which is really interesting because for the majority of the song, I was thinking about a glass of water.
Me too.
Right? But he's not asking for a glass of water. At the end of the song, he's asking for rain. Rain isn't coming, which is a slight sort of divergence, but it is significant to me in the sense of if I'm asking for water and I'm begging for water and you give it to me, then, you know, you solve the problem, right? But if I'm specifically talking about rain, then that's out of the human realm. You see what I'm saying? So if you're begging, if you really want that water, but it's outside of the human realm, then you're completely dependent on some other source to get you that, whatever it is. As Revo is saying, his songs are consistently vague, which you kind of have to do if you're in a country where you can get locked up or whatever for what you wrote. I mean, we literally
reacted to this song and banned it. That's just...
We literally just reacted to another song, which was a love song, which said nothing against the government, and the homie ended up tortured in prison for a couple of years over that. So,
tortured?
Well, I mean, political prisoners, when they get thrown in jail, generally are not just there for, custodial duties, right?
I can't do it, babe. I can't be tortured for years.
So, it's happening. We're doing that to Julian Assange right now.
All because he was telling the truth.
We're doing it to Julian Assange right now. But
please help him.
So you have to do kind of avant-garde type lyrics to when you're in that kind of a context.
Oh, these rap brothers would never survive.
But it doesn't really matter because even though he did that, they still banned it.
I know. It was so freaking vague.
Where they're like, look, this is vague. I don't understand what you're saying, but it's got to be some code.
But you said water, so
it's
it
about
must be
waterboarding, which is really interesting. That's like a master class in projection, right? Like,
yeah.
They were probably the ones
he was
waterboarding
asking
everybody.
for water.
Sadak.
Who's gonna
correct?
Please
correct.
waterboard me, please.
But see, that's one of those things. Like, it's probably because they were waterboarding people, and so it's the guilty conscience thing where you project onto people your issues. Mm-hmm. So he's taking a song about water or whatever, and they're like, it must be about waterboarding. Here's the funny thing: it might have been about waterboarding. You see what I'm saying? It might have been about waterboarding. Who knows?
You're gonna ask, give me water?
All I'm saying is, when you're in an oppressive situation,
or if the person was asking for water and they were like, he's thirsty, let's waterboard him.
Yeah, if you're in an oppressive situation, you're going to speak in code. Like, so for example, one theory about the Book of Revelation is that because it was speaking against Nero, that it had to be written in code so that if a Roman intercepted it, they wouldn't have known what was going on, but an insider would have known what was going on. It's tradecraft, certain sub, it's called tradecraft. So, and the other thing is that this guy's father was speculated to have some sort of interplay with the agency, and it's not impossible to believe that he himself could have been an agency asset, especially considering its proximity to places like South Korea, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's not impossible that he could have been sending subliminal messages through his music, because the agency is extremely creative, and it's not like there's no connection between him and the agency. He suspects that his father was, and look, there's a lot of shit now that's open sourced about the fact that we did do that stuff. We did experiment with things of that nature. There's a book out called The Book of Honor, if you want to read it. And it just comes out and talks about, all the things that have been released from the agency that they...
Oh my gosh, that must be horrible to read.
And so we had a program. We had a program called MKUltra that, it's an open source fact. One guy literally jumped out of a building, like broke the glass, jumped out of a building to his death. He was part of the MKUltra program.
And he did that to escape being tortured?
No, it was part of the MKUltra program.
Like, I don't understand. That was his job? That's what he was supposed to do?
No, it was mind control. MKUltra was a mind control program.
Oh, okay.
So they worked with certain substances as well as certain techniques.
God, to control people's minds?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a fact. Like, this is not woo-woo conspiracy shit.
Whoa. So you're saying that they controlled his mind to get him to jump out the window? That's what's written in this book?
No, what they were saying was there are certain instances in which the experimentation did not go well, one of which was the guy ended up jumping out of a window to his death. I mean, there were a lot of things that went into it that, the public knows. My point is that this guy's saying that his dad was brainwashed by the agency is not crazy at all. It's not woo-woo conspiracy stuff. People are talking about Bohemian Grove. No disrespect to the Bohemian Grove stuff, but it's not even at that. It's not even at that level. I mean, this is MKUltra is a brute and bare fact. So my point is, this guy saying that stuff happened with his dad.
Yeah.
Is not crazy in any way, shape, or form, especially when you line it up with other things. And what I'm saying is, I don't know what he means here. Yeah. What I'm saying is, I'm not certain that the government was just being super paranoid. This guy grew up originally in America, right?
He did?
Yeah. If you look at his biography, Revo just gave us his biography in the email somewhere, right?
And then he
was born in America, then he expatriated, went back to Korea.
Okay.
Then when he left Korea, he went back to America. You know what I'm saying? So it's not impossible that this guy could have really been saying some shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because the agency is extremely, extremely creative in the way that they do stuff. So. Mm-hmm. I don't know necessarily what the song means. Give me some water, I'm thirsty, give me some water. Water is love, tickling my throat, teasing me, sending me out. Oh, I will go over that hill. If my travels, if I meet a girl, I will live with her. Give me some water, I'm thirsty, give me some water. If only that rain comes, I will get up again. Ah, but the rain is not coming, which means he's just going to lay down again. Absolutely, Matt Brady. I would be honored if you would give us something like that, bro, for sure. That's crazy if you would do something like that. We have to make a shrine out of it.
That holy shit, that's a huge sacrifice. And
pray about that before you do that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we would treasure it forever, but
for sure,
pray about it, because that's pretty significant.
Wow.
So yeah, this is a very fascinating song and a very fascinating situation to me, because lyrically you really can't put much together. He's talking about meeting a girl and getting up and all the rest of it. And then he's playing with the kazoo. One of the things that's interesting to me is that his voice, he's not a good singer. You know what I'm saying? Because his voice is kind of grangly and scratchy. And I'm like, same thing with Billy Corgan. And it's like, how do these people, it's so crazy to me about music, is like, on the one hand, you can have like a Rob Halford type guy who's like, could be singing in an opera, in my opinion. Probably somebody who's familiar with opera would be like, you're an idiot, you don't know anything about, well, you dummy. But in my opinion, Rob Halford could sing in an opera, and he'd look like he belonged there. This right here, like, this guy is not a singer at all, but yet he made his mark. He was very, very powerful. I mean, he's so powerful that the government was terrified of him.
So I think,
but he wasn't a good singer.
I think that there are degrees of poor singers and great singers. You know, I think that you have Floor, who's like next level. Evanescence, she's next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these people, Rob Halford, just next level, just unbelievable shit. And then you have like people that are not as great, but they're still, you know, pretty good. And then you have people that are, you're like, yeah, that's really not very good. But you know what? Because they went all out with their vocal cords, even though they weren't that great, you can respect it. And then, you know, there was somebody that I heard one time, literally the worst singing voice I have ever heard in my entire life. Just absolute travesty on stage singing like that. But the person was, you know, to my understanding, I thought that they were, I can't judge them now. I have no clue. But at the time, my understanding was that the person didn't care what they sounded like. It was about the reason. So for instance, let's say you were singing to bring about a revolution. You don't have to have a Floor-like voice, a voice like Floor. You have to be able to inspire and go out and do it with all your heart because you believe in it. And so that was, to my understanding, why this person was singing publicly, because I thought that it was embarrassing that they were doing it because they were so bad, for so many reasons. But yeah, so this guy, you know, he's not a Floor, right? But he has something going for him. And, you know, he obviously, kind of the way that the government reacted to him would say that he probably believes in what he was doing. And I actually do like the sound of his voice and the way that it kind of goes. Guy? Yeah, like, it to me went in the same category as What a Wonderful World, which is obviously a classic. That's been around for a very long time, and it had that same sort of vibe to it that kind of makes you feel comfortable. And even when he was doing that weird singing, like Seven Dusted was like, that's what I sound like when I'm yelling at my router. But to me, it didn't even come across that way. Like, there are some songs where it finishes and I'm like, yeah, I don't like this song because this reminds me too much of parenting. Like, it sounds like the chaos of the kids, or, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I've said that on a number of songs. Yeah. This to me was not that. It didn't have a weird sound to it. Even his like yelling thing, I liked it. But I have, you know, throughout the history of the channel, I have liked certain songs that had sort of a desperate-y sort of kind of crazy sound to it. So perhaps his singing has a bit of a crazy sound that I'm not like pinpointing. It's just something, I liked it. I've listened to it again. I liked it.
Yeah, I did, and it's just a very fascinating Man of Mystery. A solid 8 for me.
No, it's a solid 9.6 for me.
Holy moly!
Yep,
9.
I really liked it.
You really liked those.
I really liked it.
Well, I think 7 said it the best. That's because talent is cool, but the power of honest expression always strikes a chord with people who can truly appreciate music.
Yes, and I think that there's something that all of us,
I agree with that,
love. I'm not sure if I can speak for everybody, but from what I've known, I think that there's something that people love to do, but they're not great at it. And I think that we can really throw in with someone that says, you know what, I'm not as great at this, but I love it, and that's why I'm going to do it.
100%.
You know?
And so you guys will have to have that mentality when you listen to my vocals on the single that's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, you're not like an amazing vocalist, but yeah, you're going in there. But you are still decent, though. I think you're good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that you're like, wow, that could be, you could sing with Floor. I mean, I think you could and it would work because of how your mind is and how great of a singer she is. I'm sure you guys could come up with something that would be badass.
And then that would be the last time y'all would see me because this one would execute me. So that'd be the end of that.
I'd be like, you had to like look at her when she was singing? You're like, yeah, but like... Anyway.
Floor is an amazing singer, but she can't hold a candle to you.
Thank you, Vin.
She can't hold a...
Thank you, Vin. No, you know what it is? Honey, I've come to a new place though because I'm realizing that. Well, I'll tell you that off camera. That's too special for. I love you guys, but this is too special a thing to say out loud publicly. Anyway, so I'll tell you that later.
All right.
Anyway, 9.6 for me. Revo, I really liked it.
Good job, Revo. Next
Revo.
up.
Okay. Well, Vin out, Sori out first.
Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.